Hello, welcome back to our YouTube channel, Market Forecast and Investment. So we will be having in the week technical analysis and general overview of our market as to how is it performing for the entire week. So we have posted on our account and Instagrams this image. So this is actually the summary from the account that we used. So here we have the index movers is MPH, Ayala Land, BPI, SM, Metro Bank, PLDT, Meralco, URC, Monte, and DJ Summit. While the losers, which caused our index fall for around several points, is BDO, Emperador, Pure Gold, AGI, ICT, and SMC. So here we have also reached two of the stocks listed. Reach is 52-week highs, while 7 of them reached its 52-week lows. Traders and investors, welcome back to our channel, Market Forecast and Investment. So this week will be special since we will be tackling about the real estate investment trust stocks listed in our Philippine Stocks Exchange. So we rank them by the market capitalization. So as you can see, we have RCR, A-rate, M-rate, fill-rate, DD-MPR, and C-rate. So all of them is already listed to our and is tradable in our exchange. So if we rate them by the market capitalization, so the first rank is belongs to the Robinson Land commercial rate. So that's RL commercial rate, and current price we have 7.2 pesos. This was the last traded price. So we have the market cap, which is 71.6 billion, with around 9.9 billion shares, outstanding shares. So it was listed last September 2021. So almost 1 year from now. Second is the A-rate, the very first real investment trust fund that was listed. So this is the pioneering A-rate rate stock that was listed on our index in Philippine Stocks Exchange. So it was listed last August 2020. So that was 2 years back. And the current price is 38.1 and covering a market cap of 57.4 billion. So it ranks second. So prices, that is our listed price, our shares are 1.5 billion shares. So second one is from the Mega World rate. So this is stock code, which is M-rate. It was also listed last year, and with a current price of 16.9 and 2.5 billion shares, listed shares. So it covers a market cap of 42.79 billion pesos. Next in line is the Felinvest Rate Corp. So it was listed also last year with a share price of around 7.39, the last traded price last Friday, and a 4.89 billion listed shares. So it covers around 36.15 billion market cap. So fifth in line is the Double Dragon rate. So it was current price, which last closing price is 1.61 and 17.8 billion shares. So there was several technical events occurred on this fifth ranked REIT stock, and it releases its dividend for 2 consecutive months. So already dividend will already uh, recorded last on this month, and their next dividend will be on June 3. So the month next after they have released so it is actually a good sign that this stock is already in really an unstoppable momentum. So the sixth and the last listed for now will be Citicore Energy REIT. So they have also a 16.1 billion market cap, and the current price is 2.46, and they have limited shares only of around 6.5 billion shares. So let's go directly to its respective charts. So let's start with this RL commercial or Robinson Land commercial rates. So he does have a very good market cap, which ranked the first. So we have previously shared before. Was since it was listed, it has given already 1, 2, and 3 dividends so far since it was listed last year. So the first dividend was 0.06. Next is 0.09, then which will be released on the 23rd of May. So actually this is a good fundamental event, so I failed to recognize this one. So its next dividend will be on May 23rd, so that will be the next week. So it will release also same around 0.09. So as what you can see, it released here also 0.06, and then here, so it released 0.09. It reflects the company's fundamental stability if the dividend release is as good as it was released before. So as you can see, we have a technical chart, and our chart looks really very good and showing some good reversal patterns, which as you can see, you can rebuild here. We have a bottom here, and we have another bottom here. So this is a very common technical pattern for the charts, which suggests that this is already a double bottom pattern, which also coincides with the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement from the last impulse. So as you can see, we have this very good impulse since it's listed, and then we have a three-wave structure, which is our correction. So when this two bottoms holds, so most probably we will have a very good bounce for the next several weeks, or maybe for the entire year. So the growth is not good, but of course when you buy on this cheaper area, so you got to enjoy dividend to be paid for the next few months, or most probably on November, and then by the February of the next year. So this is good for all the investors which only rely and would like to consistently make and grow their investments. So with this dividend given, we have 0.06 and then 0.09, and another one is just 0.09, so that a total of 0.18 was given already this year. So if we are going to plot it on our current price, so if that's 0.18, so we have a yield of around 2.57%. So if you are holders, big holders of these shares of this stock, you have a yield on your investments of 20, aside from the growth of your investment for the last year when you have bought on its listed price. So that's a lot of gain for you actually. So investing on rates is a very good conservative way of choosing some funds to invest in, rather than saving your um, money on banks or other things which you find riskier. So this enough for RCR. We will proceed with A rate. So A rate is a very interesting also, since this is our pioneering investment real estate investment trust. So we have also plotted before our weekly chart and weekly forecast for A rate. So here we have finished already a 5-wave structure. So we have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and then 5th wave. So after the 5th wave, this bullish run from September of 2020 then up to the January 2022, it immediately suffered a correction. So until wave W, X, and Y. So this will be the tricky part and the most interesting part, since after this drop, the price almost, or shall we say, already visited the 0.5 or the 50% drop of its price from the last bullish run, and then it actually made some rejections. This is what we call weekly rejections. So which are signified by these doji candles, indecision candles. So if you are an investor with very long or good duration of your investment, so actually this is a buyable price for now, since also we have an upcoming dividend also on May 30. So if you gotta enjoy this investment, and you have to actually buy now if you want to be eligible for the upcoming dividend, which is at around 0.48 of the current price. So 0.48 is not much, but the yield will be higher if you bought the price at a lower price. So we never know if on the coming weeks and months the price will appreciate, so the yield that you will be experiencing will be lower. So this is a good accumulation period. So it's actually also a very near to our significant. So either way, we can put our significant area of interest on this zone. So since these are the prices which the price already consolidated, so more probably also the price will also make this area supported, and newer investment or smart money will be coming on here in this. So the possible growth and appreciation of the price will be also if it revisits its all-time high. So it's a very good, and this is a very fundamentally sound rate fund from Ayala. So yes, enough for A rate. We will proceed with M rate. So this is also the real investment trust of MEG, the registered on SEC on October 2, 2020. This is the Mega World Holdings Incorporated, primarily engaged on investment activities. So since Ayala started it, so the Mega World, Philinvest, all any other property sectors also seconded and found a good opportunity to make pool of funds and have this investment grow. So we also have made some basic Elliott wave analysis So since the price has just the chart has been started and initiated last September 2021, so it already declared dividend of around 0.24 estimate, and then also the next one is another, the current listed, the current cannot be shown. So anyway, we just focus on the weekly chart. So prices almost retraced 100% from its listing price. So this is a very good repositioning if you are trying to enter in this stock. The yield is not much, but if you are more into investment, so this will be a good stock. So after this rejection this here from the last week candle, so you can see there are already buyers and they were already attracted. So our gaps were filled up. So see, prices are really attractive to the gaps that are left prior, or the years prior. So that's how market rebalances its structure and system, and also nature of companies, and signs and signals for the market makers to accumulate more on these left gaps. So the possible growth for this, if you will be entering on this investment and if the price will revisit the all-time high, or the last high will be 38%, whereas if you entered and then our analysis will be invalidated, so you will suffer a loss of only negative 6%. So that's a very good, already a risk reward ratio if you're on to trading or part of your risk management. So enough for the third one. So we will proceed with Philinvest. This is the fourth ranked by market cap. So we have fill rate. Others jokingly mentioned this one. Why not flirt? So we're not sure about the naming of the code, but I guess that's a little bit more funny if they chose flirt. So anyway, kidding aside, we have this chart of fill rate. So Philinvest is also a very good sound, fundamentally sound property sector company, and they have their also rate. So it has given good dividend for the past year since it was listed. So it is consistently giving 0.11, 2, and 116. So we have shared this before, this analysis, and then we plot way back March 14, since we started sharing some posts and forecasts using Elliott wave theory, and it was actually working well. From the time we shared, so our investment already grew by 5%. So that's a modest, growth for if you are already investor, and risk from our stop loss is actually very minimal. Well, of course, our last low, which is 6.96. Currently the price is trading well above its listed price, so the potential growth will be, for the next few weeks, it will be 8%. So that's a very decent growth. So we all know that there is no quick rich scheme in the market. So this is, for me, is also a modest if you're into moderate investments. So enough for this. If I'm going to explain all of these waves, so it will be a little bit harder for your side, but if you're interested, you can actually revisit and view more of our videos. So just click down below for the links, so in order for you to give a grasp of our this wave counts and different structures given. So enough for the fourth. We have to proceed with the double dragon, so DDMPR. So this is the second to the last one. So actually this was the very weighted moment for for double dragon rate. So on the daily chart, we have a very good now showing Actually, the price is now traveling a good uptrend channel. So if we track this one, and and we have already a price that is traveling now and showing a first impulse, and then the price made a slight correction, sharp side correction here, after which the price have made a gap up, which is a very common price action when the price will be traveling for the third impulsive wave. So if the price just made a technical event which already broken the last high, so actually this is, for other traders, they call this break retest. So the entry, it will be here, and you have to ride the wave for the next impulsive wave. So technically this is a good buy, and then fundamentally we will also be receiving dividend on payment day, which will be on the end of month. So aside from that, we will be receiving and expecting another dividend. So this is a very timely fundamental events for the REITs. That's why for now, from its price, which is up 1.61, then its last high, which is 1.62, for me this is a very good opportunity to buy in and then enjoy for the next few weeks, and June 3 to be eligible also for its dividends. So since the price is very low, which is 1 peso, 1.6 pesos, so the growth, if the price will reach 1.60, 1.75 for our anticipated supply area. So this supply, we zone it from this last consolidation right here. So there are a lot of events happening here. So if you like to conserve your gains, so this will be a very good supply and a very good disposition of your shares. But make sure you will be eligible for the dividend before you dispose your shares, so that you can prepare for the next buyback if the price will go and experience a correction on our expected wave 4, then again ride for the next impulsive wave. So if you will be somewhat confused with this, so you might as well revisit some of our videos. We explained properly for the basic Elliott wave impulses and corrections, and the different positioning, how to make a good entries following our principle. So the last but not the least, we will be sharing the city core energy rate. So this is the chart for city core rate. So it was listed just this year, and it has released already 2 dividend rates. So the next dividend will be on June 3. So be careful. You should be aware that if you want to utilize and be eligible for this, so actually this we will make it to June 3 so that our viewers will not be confused. So price is actually on a descending channel. So this is very visible by this. So but there is an opportunity for this when the price will now try to break this channel. So, and because of this catalyst that is be giving for the on June 3 or the next month, early the next month, so actually it will be the signal that the price can actually break this channel and then proceed for the next ride. So if you are wise enough, it's also a good accumulation by now, since the price is facing an indecision and rejections on this area. So on a very cheap price of around pesos and 46 centavos. So if you're on to really a conservative entry, so you have to wait for this breakout and then buy here. So that will be our recommendation, and then hold your price until the X date, or as much as you want if you like it longer investments. So that will be a good risk and reward. So your risk will be possibly 3%, which is a very minimal. This is actually not a very risky investments when you are trading with or investing with rates. So that's all for today's. Hope you guys enjoyed for our informative and descriptive and very technical Elliott wave discussion together with its fundamental sides. So thank you for watching. If you're finding value for our videos shared, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Market Forecast and Investment. See you on the next video.